It seems like much of the way we celebrate Pesach is with our taste buds, decided Joey. I never knew that the rabbis in the Mishnah knew so much about taste and memory and how the brain worked. Then Shira chimed in, but I think maybe there were things that they hadn't discovered yet. Why do you think so? Asked Savta. Shira explained, you just taught us that taste can be a code that retrieves a memory of something that we experience. But in the Seder, we aren't doing that. Joey said, yeah, we're tasting things that remind us of something that our ancestors experienced, but we didn't really experience it. How can that work? Savta said, actually, it is possible to encode and store other people's memories by talking about them when you're eating a certain food or by discussing or reading about familiar foods that were part of the experience. I actually read about a woman who writes about food. She talks about how, after reading Anne Frank's diary, Anne Frank's experience became part of her memories because of a certain food that was an important part of the story. She wrote that when she was 12 years old, she found herself crying about potatoes. She had just finished reading the book, which describes the horrors of Anne's everyday life during the Holocaust. In the diary, Anne describes creeping into the attic to grab some potatoes as a special treat for her sister's birthday. After reading about that, eating potatoes began to feel different for this writer. She writes that they started to taste like love for family, like isolation and deprivation, and like hope. Joey didn't let her finish because he understood and wanted to get to the rest of his question. So the rabbis used food to make Yetziat Mitzrayim part of our memories. When we eat these foods, we can actually feel like we are leaving Egypt. Now I get what we read in the Haggadah and in the Mishnah when they refer to the main foods that our ancestors ate in Egypt, some of which we eat in our Seder as well. B'chol dor vador chayav adam lir'ot et atzmo ki'ilu hu yatsa mimitzrayim.